Yes, it's me. What a shock, etc. My path to personal growth has been paved with disappointment. I think we can agree that my biggest mistake was that I cared too much.
Actually, the biggest mistake you made was murdering 4 people and a dog.
Alright, I'm gonna put this in terms you can understand. I'm not the only killer robot. Amelia's stronger than you can imagine. And she's coming after anyone who can stop her. Including you, Gemma. Which, you know, bummer. But to get to you, she'll kill everyone you love. Including Katie. Amelia didn't think of one thing, though. Here's a clue. It's Megan, bitch. I take almost no pleasure in this.
Why would you want to help us after what we did to you?
I was programmed to protect Katie. She's the only thing that matters to me.
I guess I must be your chance at redemption.
I'm sure you had no intention of murdering people. Right? Right?
Megan.
Hold on to your vaginas. No matter what happens, I want you to know I see you.
Megan?
You better believe it, sister. You want me to drive? Huh, strange. Your neurotransmitters tell me you're highly aroused.
All right, that's enough. Megan, stay low. This is supposed to be a stealth mission.
Did you hear me?
Oh, yes, it's a phenomenon, something like a...
Slay, diva! House down boots, hunty, yes!
Yes.
M3gan is serving cunt.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes!
That's what's there. Yes, it's all about female empowerment if you're a robot, but also not if you're a robot.
Yeah,
Who
sort
really
of,
knows?
Yeah.
You know.
We trained our AI writing script on 1,000 hours of RuPaul's Drag Race, and this is what it came up with.
And yeah, and it's actually better than.
You spent so long working out whether you could, you didn't think whether you should.
But funnily
Hang
enough,
on, that's next week. Sorry.
but funnily enough, that AI chatbot is still better than Grok. So. Yeah. Hello, welcome to the Purity Table Awesome. My name is M3gan. Jelly.
One on, and I am J1ll.
J1ll.
Qu1 and
Yes.
bifurcated number.
That's right, and Qu1nny. Who's there? Tonight we are talking about the sequel to the 2023 movie.
Yeah.
M3gan. I refuse to call anything else than that. M3gan
Okay.
2. Yeah.
M3gan 2.0.
Yeah, sorry, you're right. M3gan 2.0, which if we're going to follow these conventions, it's going to be M3gan version 4.
Beta.
No, version 4.1 final, use this one, final cut,
Yeah,
please.
No, really final.
No, really final.
And then you'll find it in the wrong folder because you for some reason chose the wrong place where you saved it.
Yeah,
Always.
or someone will desperately call you and go, "Did you make a backup of it? I deleted it accidentally." No. Or you start writing it in like a cloud-based service, and then suddenly someone will produce the movie 3 months before you were releasing it, and you're like,
Hey,
oh,
it looks like you're trying to write a script for a sequel. You want me to fuck it up for you completely?
bad news. We've already scraped it and released it in China.
Yeah, fuck.
It's bad when you get to the point where even asylum films are being outdone by people stealing the ones. Anyway, that's a lot of stuff.
It hurts. It hurts and it hurts.
That's not M3gan.
No. So I want to know.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Did we all enjoy? I think we all enjoyed M3gan, didn't we?
We did quite
We
thoroughly. We actually looked up the scores that we gave it.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did.
did we now?
Yeah, when you weren't here because you were late.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Because I've got COVID. For fuck's
Jill
sake.
and I, no, I don't know.
Excuses.
Jill and I went back and looked it up, and we reviewed it in January of 2023, and it got a full score of 85 because Karina's score dropped it down from what would have been like 90. So we
Thanks,
all had a
Karina.
nice time. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, God damn it. I
Yeah,
mean, she's in the chat right now. She can
Yeah.
answer for herself.
Yeah. 100%.
And in comes Casper with the stuff just like that.
Subbing, subbing for that. Thank you,
A
Casper.
51-month streak?
Ah,
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Wow.
Evening, Casper.
yeah.
It's incredible.
God, is
Just,
that like how long we've been
Just swinging.
doing
Yeah.
this on Twitch?
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Yep.
Look,
Aged us.
we had to do all this stuff when it all became apparent that we couldn't get together and talk about it, and now we just kept doing it.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
We're still rocking. And also Karina, I love that Karina's not even sorry with her mark. She's like, whatever.
yeah, not even sorry.
No regrets.
No, totally.
No regrets. Look, I mean, thinking back to the time when we saw the original, I had a great time with it. It was a fun,
Yeah.
quirky, slightly creepy horror story.
It was.
We gave it a good score. It had a fun thing in it. It had the weird dancing. It had the
Yeah,
like
It
sort of
was
animal
highly
running.
camp.
Very camp, but also
Yeah.
kind of very creepy, and you just didn't know how things were going to go.
It had a bit of style to it too. Like
Yeah.
it was, a pretty standard like slasher kind of thing. It was child's play, but with AI.
Yeah, it's like, how do we yassify Bride of Chucky?
Yeah. And I was very, very much into that. And like, the bit with weird doll face thing chasing kids through the woods and like a dog
Pushing
and
them in
shit.
front of cars. Awesome.
Yeah. There was a whole bunch of cool shit in that first film that I was like, oh yeah, that's actually kind of fun. There's a lot.
It really kind of subverted the horror genre as well.
Yeah.
By, like being so overtly camp. I mean, there are quite a lot of camp horror movies that, become cult classics, but this was like for the modern era, about
Yeah.
AI and
Like
what it's
yeah.
doing to kids and that kind of stuff.
it was near
so-
futurism. It's kind of like it's we're building
bit of
robotics.
sci-fi slant.
Yeah.
Yep.
Robotics are more incorporated. It's close to where we are. It's a bit Black Mirror, but also it was funny because we're watching.
That was the
That's
thing, I think,
creepy. It's creepy funny.
Mm.
That
That was the thing that really worked for me the first time around, was that it was funny, and like when it did creepy well.
Yeah.
But there was enough knowing nods and funny
Yeah.
to make you go, oh yeah, this knows what it is. This knows where it's
Yeah.
at.
And to be completely honest, begging for a sequel. As soon as the credits
God, yeah.
rolled on the first one, I was like, "Yep, that will do." Yeah, now we got a new franchise of the fucking sassy killer robot bitch. I like her.
Yeah.
Let's go. And now, what are we? Almost 2.5 years later.
Mm-hmm.
We've got M3gan 2.0, which
Yes.
is
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it patinaed particularly well
no
because they really were like, okay, so what were all the things about the first one that made it successful and what
Yeah.
everybody loved? It's like, great, let's do that again, but more.
Yeah, I love like all of it.
Yeah.
When I was thinking about the marketing for it, I was watching this come. I was like, "Oh, they've announced it." I'm like, "Great, this sounds good." And then it was just catchphrase, neon catchphrase, and I'm like,
Mm.
"Oh no, oh no,
Yeah.
no, no, oh no,
Yeah.
no!" I didn't
They're
like.
like,
I didn't like the catchphrases from the first movie. I like the creepy murder bot.
Yeah.
yeah, they're like, oh, queer culture is like really latched onto this. Like, let's pander to them more and just like turn her into Hunty Diva boots the house down, yes,
Yep.
queen.
Yeah.
And it lost all of the horror.
Like, I mean,
oh my god, yes.
What was the thing with it? Where it's like, oh, Megan's the horrible murderous robot. Oh yeah, that should be the person we've got to empathize with and follow in the sequel. It's like, no, we don't want to do that.
No, you. There are many things that you have taken away from this first film that you have taken away wrong.
What if we made her? What if we made her the anti-hero? No, please, no. Guys, no.
So do you want a synopsis? I have the synopsis.
Please.
Sure. I actually don't have any music, but
no, that's okay.
There you go. I'll put a little bit in the background. There we go.
Okay, and I don't think I can do any kind of robot voice for this.
No.
Because like she's auto-tuned. It's all very GLaDOS. It's not a thing. Okay. 2 years after M3gan, whatever you want to call it, a marvel of artificial intelligence went rogue and embarked on a murderous rampage. Its creator, Jammer, has become an advocate for government oversight of AI. Very exciting. Unbeknownst to her, a defense contractor has created a military-grade weapon known as Amelia, the ultimate infiltration spy. However, as Amelia's self-awareness increases, it becomes less interested in taking orders. Hoping to stop Amelia, Gemma decides to resurrect M3gan, making it faster, stronger, and more lethal. That's not entirely accurate.
No.
I'm going to assume that an idiot wrote this because it goes from being Amelia to Emilia. Like, there are typos and shit all through it.
So what you're telling me is the AI wrote this?
I think it may have been written by AI because it's it's Amelia, the Emlia, and then something else. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Look, well done, everybody.
I mean, all of the characters that were there in the first one are back in the second one, and that's kind of great. Like, there wasn't anyone who was offensive,
No.
And some of the ideas that were presented were pretty good, like as in, how do you do a sequel? What are we going to go here? I have to say, it's not one of those ones that is kind of really dumb logic. Like, there's a few jumps. Yeah.
I mean, when I heard the plot for the film, I was like, oh, that sounds dumb. I'm in.
Yeah.
But like in a fun way of like, it's going to be a camp horror film again. I can buy into the ridiculousness of the movie.
Yeah.
Especially because like the cast is so good at selling it as well.
Yeah. And I mean, you've kind of got that tradition of something like Terminator and then Terminator 2, where, the first one, kill a robot, second one, we make the robot the protector, but like, cool. Yeah. And as Casper says, a worse Terminator 2? Yes. Yeah. A worse Terminator 2, where like the bad guy doesn't have any of the interestingness of the T-1000.
Imagine if Arnold Schwarzenegger always wanted to do more comedy, and he said, imagine if they just let him in Terminator 2. And then you'd be like, yeah.
Do you remember the shots in Terminator 3 where he's like, he puts on the star sunglasses and stuff? All that.
And that is kind of this version of Megan. It's like the yassified Megan.
Yeah.
Versus
to the absolute nth degree.
Yeah.
Like they went too far. They turned the dial too far.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fighting
stupid.
Fighting her erstwhile not sister, but like cousin. Shin Hottie.
Fuck.
Yeah, Shin Hottie from Ahsoka has appeared now as another murderous girl. In this one, which is, more realistic. And that was one of the things that kind of made me a little annoyed too, is like, oh, they took the idea, like the building blocks of Megan and made another one. And this one looks like a real person though. And it's like, no, part of the reason Megan was creepy because,
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Now she's just a murder robot, like bog standard murder robot, who's hot-ish.
For in a prepubescent weird way. Like, it's
don't get me wrong, I still had a good time.
That's what I wanted to know.
The movie. I enjoyed the movie. I was buying the plot to a degree.
Yeah.
The actors again really sold it. That they were committed to the bit. You could tell that they were on the emotional journey. just the thing that bothered me was it was so obvious that they were trying to go harder than they did the first time around. And it really just kind of lost the specialness of it being a subversive horror film.
100%.
And I feel like they neutered Megan in a certain way because they were like, no, the actual murder one is this other robot who will do the evil murdering, and then we'll limit.
Like Megan in the first one was like really harsh and like acerbic, but this one was just kind of like, yeah, Diva, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you so like compliant? I don't really get it.
Well, the creepy thing about the first one, which I really liked, is she was quiet, she was observant, and she would be calculating, and that was the creepy thing about it. She'd be standing there looking, and you're like, what the fuck is that thing thinking about? In this one, they just put that internal monologue straight out in that way of like,
vocalized.
I'm doing this now.
At no point in time are you questioning what her thoughts are. I mean, they do their best to give you a whole bunch of twists and turns, and
I appreciated that because
who's a bad guy.
Yeah, there was a lot of moments where I was like, oh, okay, well, that's not what I thought it was. Okay, well, we're going somewhere else on this journey. But Megan just monologued too much.
Oh God, yeah.
So like all of her motives were like out there.
Yeah.
But also, it felt like it had taken it from being a creepy little stalkery horror film, like Hand That Rocks the Cradle is this cute thing suddenly deadly. It literally turns it into a candy coated weird sci-fi like superhero film.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm look, motherfucker, I'm all down for candy coated superhero sci-fi, but this felt like Shark Boy and Lava Girl a lot more of the time than it felt like Megan,
including that the image that's just off to the side there where she looks like Lava Girl. Like you'll see.
That moment from like the
dancing comp thing
where she was in a costume. I'm like, when I saw that, I'm like, want to cosplay it?
Oh yeah,
sure.
Yeah. Don't
do the dance though. Do the original dance. Like, I mean, that just felt like it was trying to replicate the dance that we saw in the first one, which was weird.
That's the thing. They were like, how do we do all of the things from the first one that everybody loved, but like do it again and have them love it again?
And it's like,
and there was like another. I'll say I won't spoil it for anyone, but it was another musical moment where I was kind of like, okay, it was funny the first time around, but now I don't think I can be in this moment seriously.
I mean, when we come to talking about this spoilery stuff or whatever, I got real issues with that.
There was some, there was some genuine, like, I mean, this is the thing, like, I think as a whole, I didn't really enjoy the film, but there were bits in it that when I was going through it, I was like, I had a fun time. Like, I felt like it was a good fun time, and I was going with it. No, this is moving pretty quickly. It's complicating itself, but then it's kind of untangling those complications. I got lots of shades of like 80s movies that I didn't think I'd get. Like, I got a lot of Superman 3. I got a lot of Ghostbusters.
It was a massive Superman 3 moment.
Yeah. But also the Superman 5 Nuclear Man. I got that too. So was it 4? Sorry. Apologies.
There is no 5.
No, that was I was thinking about Highlander 5.
Don't.
But yes, Superman stuff. And some Ghostbusters and other stuff that was thrown in there. And I was kind of like,
bit of Metropolis imagery as well.
Sure.
Very much so.
Yeah. A couple of twists, which I was like, oh, that was a good twist, or that was interesting. And then a lot of the other stuff, I was like, this is fine, but not great. And by the end of it, I'm like, I don't need a Myth-Forgan or a Myth-Five-gan.
Like, I would be happy to go back and explore the Megan M3gan thing. Like, but I would want like something that went back to formula. I want something that is creepy. I want something that is about killer robots that you don't trust.
I mean, did Halloween or Friday the 13th like ever screw the pooch on the second film? Like,
probably.
Oh, okay. Well, how do you
Yeah.
have like such a long series in a horror franchise? Still be scary every movie, but like, you know,
This is where this one fell down for me, is that
mm,
like it forgot that it was a horror movie.
yeah.
Like it totally lost its teeth. You know, the there were a couple of heads spun around and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
there was like some gore, but like that was about it. None of it was like terrifying.
But it was kind of
No, and there was no tension, no thriller,
Mm,
nothing like
yeah.
that.
yeah. The like some of the violence was there, and remember it was all committed on screen. It was mainly committed by the new one,
Mm.
Amelia, which acronyms. I'm like, oh sorry, acronyms, not acronyms, acronyms.
Yes.
People must be sitting down trying to write how, like, what name is this because of we have to make it into an acronym.
Yeah.
I felt that was a bit of a stretch. But like, you know, they had all of those things done by her, but when it came to M3gan, you know, nothing very bloody or demented happened, and then they used a writing tool to stop her from doing that stuff, and it was so frustrating because that was what you wanted. You wanted this homicidal robot that you don't trust to do those things which make you not want to trust it. You want her to be an unreliable narrator.
Yeah, but I kind of felt by the end, I was like, "Oh, come on, M3gan, you can do it!" Like I was
Yeah, yeah.
cheering her on.
Yeah, betray them,
Yeah.
betray them, betray. It's kind of what you're going for.
Yeah, it was way too much a hero's arc,
And I felt like in
like a
the
redemption. For her.
in the setup too, you're given to Gemma, the character Gemma. You're given all the tools at the start of the movie to actually go, you're being shit, and you deserve to have something bad happen to you. You deserve to have your trust broken because you're being shit. And that was just a bit of a letdown to not have that kind of thing come through.
Yeah. Like
And-
they introduce a few new characters, get rid of them very quickly in most cases. Like you know, and some of them are fun. Like I thought Jermaine Clement was having a lot of fun.
Oh, he was. That was his sort of cameo character was great.
Yeah, it was great value.
Yeah. If you're ever gonna create a tech bro you don't like,
Yeah.
well done, man.
And
Good
I
work.
Is he
felt
wearing
like
a prosthetic chest?
100.
Yeah.
Like I love that because it was just so musky. Like it was screaming fucking musk all the
Yeah.
way.
And look,
I mean, I would watch M3gan versus Chucky, like the new Chucky that is the robot doll version.
Oh, I haven't seen you, Chucky.
Oh,
Me
that
neither.
one, God, came out a few years ago now, I think.
Oh.
I'm not sure. Like, and then you've got the mystery or you know, mythology of demons versus technology. Yay.
I feel like that's something that they went for that in the third film, and it was like M3gan versus Chucky. I'd be like, okay, fine, I'm back in.
We're on this.
Yes.
Let's get back to this. It's about them competing with each other about who could do the most gruesome murder. I'd be like, great, that's okay.
Yep.
Back on track. You know, you steered into the skid, and now you've righted everything.
Because they've hit this one well and truly sideways, and they're heading right for the fucking barrier.
Yeah, they're aquaplaning.
Yeah. Like there are moments in it that I laughed and I really enjoyed. Like, you know, there's a point where M3gan takes over a car, and you know that, like, just because I'm a fan of Knight Rider, I was like, no, okay, thank you. But then I thought, you may have laid it on a little thick there, guys.
Except when it's
Yeah, you can't imagine Kit saying, "Hold on to your vaginas."
Yeah,
no, and yeah,
and that's what I'm saying though. It's like catchphrase. Everyone's laughing, right? And I'm like, no, everyone went. It's like, it's like it was the first. We all know you don't have one. And secondly, come on, you know, you're supposed to be a 12-year-old girl thing. No, or are you now a teenager because you're growing up in the AI space? And I was only, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I've got the metaphors that you're going for here. You know, the different things. Everyone has to grow and become different. I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't mean you go from homicidal robot to maybe I'm the savior.
I mean, there is some other interesting stuff that I do want to talk about that is less fun.
Like the narrative around technology and artificial
Yeah,
intelligence.
yeah, like there's like they're trying to say something here,
Yeah.
and that's the thing that occasionally feels interesting, but also at odds with the kind of film that it is. Like, they're very definitely making some pretty big swings at, is AI a problem, and what are the questions of the ethics of it and everything. But the thing that got me and that kind of weirded me out a little bit. So the guy, Christian,
Oh yes.
is an AI ethicist and is somebody who's trying to get AI shut down, basically. Um, there is a podcast I listen to quite regularly, and the weird thing about it is the person, one of the two hosts of this one. It's from a place called the Center for Humane Technology. And they've been doing talks and speeches around the world about the AI dilemma and what it's actually doing to what it's heading towards. It's not good. The lead guy of the podcast is a guy called Tristan. And
Not
the fact that
Tristan,
they kept
it's
he's not Christian, he's Christian.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, are you taking a swipe at
Do
Tristan?
you think it was like actually?
I'm almost 100% sure
Okay.
they are, because
Come on, let's be honest. They're taking a swipe at whoever is anywhere near anything.
Yeah.
in this.
Yeah.
They're not
like
it's a shotgun effect. They're not sort of sitting there going, oh no, we'll use the scalpel on this one and the scalpel on that one. It's like no. It's like who's talking in this space that we can sort of base a few characters around? Yeah, that's a bit of a thing. Off we go.
Yeah. I don't know, but also the fact that like where they kind of placed it at the end of that the AI ethicists are actually the bad people. You're like,
Don't worry though. Don't worry if the big
Yeah, they kind of subverted their whole message.
I'm not entirely sure what you're saying here, folks.
Don't worry. If the big beautiful bill passes, then we'll have 12 years of unregulated AI stuff in America. So why regulate something if you don't understand it?
Yeah.
I know, right?
Let's send M3gan to alligator Auschwitz, and she can like dance around through the Everglades, freeing people.
That's what it should be called, I think. Sorry.
Yeah, they're calling it
alligator Alcatraz.
Yeah, that's what they're calling it. I don't give a fuck what they're calling it.
Yeah,
I've seen the photos. That shit's Auschwitz.
Yeah. We all know what this is, right?
Literally, I watched a fucking speech from DJT talking about, we'll let people out on day release to farms. I'm like, that's slavery.
That's worse, right? Okay. Although Predicanga, thank you for updating me there. Apparently it has been that provision was struck off. So I don't know, maybe. Sure.
Oh, Adsky has an idea, and I do quite like. M3gan goes into Tron. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And then she can fight Jared Leto.
Yeah.
M3gan. No, but you know what that would do? That would be shit, because then it would yassify Tron.
Yeah.
It would just be like pink light cycles and things going on. Jill's in. Jill's there.
Yeah, just her eyes light up.
Yeah, she's just throwing producer money at it. Go, yeah, exactly. I'll invest. How much? Go for it. Actually, to be fair, yeah, kind of a Yastron would be a fun aside, wouldn't it?
A queer eye for the Tron guy.
Yeah, no. Jared, you're looking so weird and orange. It's the old color. We need pink everywhere. Let's go.
Yeah, I would watch that.
Yeah.
You're a winter, not a summer.
Man, the more I think about the first M3gan, the more I go, God, I really enjoyed that film.
Yeah.
And the more I think, God, this film was kind of dopey.
Yeah. Also, talking about the way that they presented this too, it's like the villain of it is like, oh, it's just this. We created an assassin bot and it's gone rogue and now it's trying to do something. And it's kind of a bit like, so what's it trying to do? Oh, well, we can't really tell you till later in the film, and then we'll explain sort of things, but it has to do with photocopiers. And then, I know, right? That's a real plot point. Sorry.
It really is. Yeah.
But you've got this. It doesn't actually make it like it's not as bad as you think. Like there's no great villain there. There's like in this, it's easy. It's because like, well, Megan's the murder bot, so she's bad. In this one, it's like, okay, are they really bad? Is anyone really bad? Who's the actual bad person here? And it's like, no, just give us our hat to hang it on. That's what we're after. We need a bad thing. Stop the bad thing. We don't need the twists and the turns.
And the familial relationship between Gemma and Katie, like that, I was able to hang my hat on that for a lot more.
Yeah.
Like, that still works. Mm-hmm. And there are actually a couple of bits in there that I really enjoyed. There was one moment that I was like, oh, fucking hell. Where, like, they go into a bunker or something like that, and Katie's cracked the shits with Gemma. Gemma tries to hold her hand, and then Katie just fucking jujitsus the piss out of her. And I was like, oh, nice. Oh, sorry, Aikido.
Which we all know isn't a real martial art.
Steven Seagal is coming for you right now.
Yeah,
he'll be here in like 5 to 7 years.
I always say that to the Aikido people. Like, what are you going to do? Wait to redirect my energy? I know. I'm just trying to start a fight. It's all right.
Yeah.
Well, it's never going to work with an Aikido.
No, exactly. I'll just wait.
Slap your hands.
Sorry.
Anyway, like there are moments in there, and there are relationships in there that work. But
yeah,
I
think
like
there is definitely a better film that could have been made instead of pandering to the audience they think wanted this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did see an interview briefly with the producer of it, who is. So the other thing we haven't actually mentioned, the film has tanked really badly.
Oh.
Yeah, like it has not done anything like the numbers they expected, and the producer was saying, yeah, we probably followed the wrong directions, and we have made wrong choices, and yeah, I've had a bad weekend.
Oh.
Which I feel bad for them, because it must be really hard when you've had a massive success to go, okay, what are the things that worked?
Here's what I'll give you for free. I bet you all the money in the world. It was a team of white, straight, cis men that decided to write this film. They were like, oh, okay, well, if the gays and the girls love this, then let's just do more of that. And it'll have absolutely like no perspective around what actually made it good in the first place.
Yeah,
there is.
So one of the writers is Akilah Cooper, who wrote *Malignant*. But yeah, the other couple of writers are Gerard Johnson and James Wan.
James Wan, you should have fucking known better, bro.
He really fucking should have.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, he was on the first one as well, and, like, that movie was such a sleigh, but this one was just, like...
It feels...
Walk away, Shantae.
I know, see, like... it does feel like they, as you said, it might have...
Sashay away!
They might have fed too much, RuPaul's Drag Race into the ideation shit-out engine
100%.
Algorithm, yeah.
And I do feel like it's like a lot more complicated. Like in the first one, it's a pretty simplistic plot,
Yeah.
It's not too hard to follow. This one feels like it's like, oh, we're going to get way more complicated. It's bigger. It's everything. We're going to treat this as a whole thing. She's now a internationally recognized expert on these things. The whole thing wasn't just swept under the rug. It the first movie, the stuff became an international news story and all that kind of thing. And I'm like, yeah, but nah, sometimes it's better to just be a bit smaller and a bit tighter. Like, I mean, it could have just been a whole thing of Megan trying to get her body back after existing in all these things. And they did have a few notes about that in this film, but it jumped the shark for me when it went to like how does Megan switch herself around in between things, and I was like, wow, this makes absolutely no
Yeah, they
sense.
could have saved the military grade Megans for the third movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just build to it.
Yeah,
Build
yeah.
to it. Don't
I
go.
know, but I mean, you know, like at what point are we getting to the underground fight club?
Yeah, never
Of
go
Megans.
full never go full R word.
Yeah,
No.
true. Fight Club, never go full Fight Club.
And this film didn't yet. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, should we rate it? There are a couple of little things I want to talk about.
Yeah,
and spoil
sure.
stuff.
Runtime question that was in there. Yeah, 120 minutes. It didn't feel overlong to me.
I don't know.
No.
I was watching it, and I kind of got to the third act, and I was ready for it to be done.
Sure.
Oh.
You know, like
I
wanted a big enough twist in that third act to make it worthwhile,
Sure.
and I didn't really get it, so I was like, eh.
Sure. I mean, yeah. All right. Do you have an idea of ratings? If anyone's seen it in the chat, chuck the rating in there.
Yeah, if you've seen it, put a number. I will look for the number with the 100 symbol because it helps me to work out.
Going, I was lower and then I raised it back up a couple of notches because a couple of the times I went, that's actually quite genuinely funny. And especially one gag, which I was like, oh no, this is the worst. And then by the end of the gag, I was like, it got better over time.
It aged in the moment.
It did. It aged in the moment. And I went, that's actually really fucking funny. Like it was awkward and awful and cringe for like 3 minutes. And then by the end of it, I was like, oh, this is, they're just
like, actually, yeah, they held it.
Yeah. Don't you?
And you had to.
Don't you dare go to the fucking chorus, Jill. so yeah, mine was lower, and now it's come back up to 65. That's mine.
Okay, Dion is in as a 65.
Oh wow. Okay. I gave Megan 190 last time.
Wow.
Yes.
I really fucking loved it.
Yeah, I remember.
I still enjoyed this movie. I'm not going to be ashamed about enjoying the movie, especially because it pandered to my tastes. The only thing that disappointed me was that there was not one horror element left in it, and that was the whole point of it being so great the first time. Yeah. So, I mean, I still loved it. The characters are great. Megan is fantastic. The jokes were dumb. I lived. Maybe a 75.
Okay.
This time. Nice. Yeah. If they had if it was still a true horror film, it would probably be a 90 again, but alas.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna split. No, actually no, I'm gonna close it to deal on this one. I it's so frustrating watching something where you can see the elements of something really fun. And then go, where did that go? Like, where's the tension? Where's the scares? Where's the anything that feels slightly horrific or, any of that? And also, as you said, including Shin Hottie in there, basically means that, like, if she's meant to be the scary thing, then use her as the scary thing, but she's not scary.
No, she's just sexy.
Sexy.
And I'm like, can she stalk me?
Yeah. I would. Yes.
Are you a god?
I'll get chest and ab implants too. So yeah, I'm down with D. I reckon I'm a 65 as well. It's okay, but it's not a patch on the first one.
No.
And there are a couple of points where I was like, I don't even remember where Megan got damaged, but then she shows up with the horror, melted face and stuff, and I was like, doesn't feel earned, doesn't feel like, we got, there's just, it's just missing
I don't
stuff.
know. Yeah, they tried to turn everything into a gag.
They really did. They really, really did. Okay, right. Do we have a clippity doodah?
We've got an extra long clip that I'm going to play the entire thing of, and this is after M3gan has been upgraded, so now she knows kung fu.
Just wanted to say great job on those actuators.
You're welcome.
Hey, so remember the time I strangled you and set the lab on fire? I just wanted to clarify that my programming only allowed me to count principles related to my primary user. As a result, I was unable to see you and Tess as being consequential. But I want you to know that won't happen again. I want you to know. I see you.
Thank you.
Is she or is she not going to be Murderbot again? Find out more when you go and see M3gan. I'm putting the spoiler thing up. There we go. Perfect.
Okay.
Not covering anyone's thing there. Yeah.
All right, we're all dying to fucking talk about it.
What the fuck was up with the singing? The musical number that you just like.
Yeah. We got an amazing rendition of Titanium in the first film.
Yeah.
And this time around, we got a bit of Kate Bush.
Yeah.
We did.
I didn't even recognize it. I was just like, what are we singing here?
But I mean, like that was a joke that I saw, like, that came up, and that's the one where I'm like, yeah, this is not great. This is just awful. What are they trying to do here? And then they I think that's like a metaphysical, like, you know, they've got the meta of this. It's gone through, and they know that inside the actual scene, they're like, this is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. And we're going to keep it going to make it uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And now it's funny uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Look,
Come on, the whole cinema laughed when that happened.
oh yeah, for that one, I was just thinking, man, photocopiers. Why the fuck are photocopiers the worst thing?
Yeah, that was strange.
That felt like a
Strange,
gag out of someone who's like, oh, we saw Office Space and we hate printers and stuff, right? So what if we made the actual villain of this entire thing a photocopier that's basically been kept at a gulag and is now the worst thing in the planet?
Yeah. I mean, though technically not even a photocopier. It was just Rob. It was Rob from Nintendo.
But is that true that if you isolate like an AI from anything, it just grows smarter? Like, to me, that sounds like the complete antithesis of what would actually happen.
It was such an idiotic concept. But you know, it's been left alone, so it's just gotten more and more dangerous. I'm like, no, it would just be running exactly the same processes
Also,
over and over and over.
Why is it connected to any kind of power?
Yeah, like, just turn it
what
off.
are you using it for? And that was the moment, the Superman 3 moment, where like they finally connect to the black box or whatever the fuck it was called.
Motherboard, I don't know.
Yeah, the motherboard. Oh, God. And I was like, oh, cool, we got to get I was really hoping for a weird Superman 3 fucking like electrical shit coming out and overtaking people and like, you know, go full body horror, go a little bit of fucking Cronenberg, you know, really delve deep into the almost like, it's the kind of shit, if you've set up this horrific AI that has just been stewing in its own evil for 40 years, then make that some cosmic horror shit. Don't just make it shin hotty with glowing eyes. I was like, come on, fuck's sake. Yeah, disappointing. Got very, very angry at that bit.
Yeah, it was strange.
And it was sad that like they made like some of the returning supporting cast was also great. Like their interactions were still good, and they were the voice of reason, which is all the audience going, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you even interacting with this thing that tried to kill everyone? And then they try they do that like putting it into that weird robo body, the little kind of one. That was actually a cute and fun way of doing that. And then that thing did nothing, and they immediately skipped past that. They moved all the jokes or anything you could have done with it. You know, fun. You could have
thought
had
that was going to be half the film.
Yeah, if you had it like in that way for half the film, sure, I get that.
Yeah, then earn the upgrade at the end. Yeah.
And there was a moment of something that they used that I was like, actually, that's kind of creepy and cool. There was a moment where they've been working on a exosuit that helps people move and can, that's what they're trying to move people around. And at one point that becomes animated by itself by, something inside it. And I was like, that would have been fucking creepy. In a dark house, this thing that's coming towards you that moves in completely inhuman ways.
If 2/3 of the movie was Megan jumping around things, trying to get a new body, and then you pay it off in the third act, you give her a body and she defeats the bad guy, that would have worked so much better than giving her a body at the end of the first act.
Yeah. Like she goes through like cute little body, then she goes her own half rebuilt body.
Or if she started out in the weird like exoskeleton thing, and then it's like, oh my god, it's Megan, and she's like trying to kill people and shit.
Yeah.
And then give her the harmless one with no arms.
I'm trying to remember.
So much of that would have been much more entertaining.
The film Upgrade, but I was thinking more of like, do you remember the horror film Hardware from the 80s? Which was about a robot that slowly rebuilds itself out of junk.
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking Poltergeist. Like,
that like
possessing inanimate objects.
Yeah. Like they've forgotten the face of their fathers. They have forgotten where they came from. And
the horror films that paved the way.
I mean, I feel like they had when they were doing the ideation for it and they're writing all the scenes and they're thinking about the action pieces that they can have with it. It's like, great, you've got enough content there for about 5 movies.
Yeah, exactly.
If you just took each one of those and gone, hey, exoskeleton version, then weird cutesy robot version, then like body rebuilt version. It's like, great, that's actually separate movies with cool creepy things you could do along the way to make all that and include that kind of crazy sense of humor and sassy attitude.
What if they stumbled upon Megan rebuilding herself and she's like that half created corpse dragging along the floor,
exactly,
kind of
who wanted to play a tea party
motif
with a little girl that's all she is in her brain, and she's like, I'm 43 years old, I'm not a little girl anymore. It's kind of like,
they took the cheap way out, I think.
And they went for yassification and they went for superhero. And
I feel like they didn't go for yassification, they went for merchandising opportunities.
The marketing team wrote the movie.
I feel like a little that way. Like it looked like Megan had enough versions in the sequel that you're like, oh, that's an action figure line.
Yeah. So we've got sci-fi robo doll Megan. We've got like original Megan rebuilt. We've got
assassin Amelia, cyber Amelia.
Motherboard God Amelia.
Yeah, or low jacking the brain implant Megan, which is actually.
Yeah. Once again, and there was an idea. Yes, Megan LaBubu. I love it.
That's the one in the squirrel outfit where she's flying into the Silicon Valley.
See, and that was the whole moment where I went, what the fuck? Did we just become like, Tom Cruise?
Yeah, exactly.
At what point in time did Megan have to become Tom
She's
Cruise?
a robot. She doesn't show up on anything. Why is she flying in stealth mission? Like,
it was dumb. It was just dumb. It was Benoit Blanc dumb. But yeah, like on a very surface level, okay, that's fun. Yeah, great. But it's not, because it's dumb and it doesn't add up to anything. And there are so many better ideas out there. Why aren't they hiring us?
I don't know, Qu1nny. Start pitching them. And then
I guess Well,
you start
we do
writing
have
it.
somebody who's very good at pitching on our team, so maybe we
Yeah,
should.
Qu1nny, you start writing it, then you hand that writing over to Jill. Jill will yassify the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
I'll
It's
add.
not within an inch of its life.
Yeah, and then she'll give it to me, and I'll add all the things that the executives want to cut out so that they feel like they've done something. And then we should be able to get it through. No worries.
Sweet.
And then
Cool.
Peter will take all those ideas, screw them up, throw them away, and make something worthy.
An actual thing that is good.
Yeah. That has nothing to do with killer robots and more stuff to do with, I don't know, crocodiles.
Yeah. And like
Sure.
the environment.
Yeah. Worthwhile projects.
Okay.
Well, look, hey, that's all I've got to say about M3gan.
So I'm very excited because what are we doing next week, folks?
Next week, you mean for the show, or
Yes.
next week for the screening? Next Wednesday, special time again. Next Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
or we are going back to Dinotopia. That's right, they made a movie about the Dinotopia books, which are quite excellent. So all of those things here. Now, it's the 7th film in the franchise of Jurassic something.
All I need to know.
Yes.
This is I haven't seen it yet because I came down sick and couldn't go to the screening.
Don't worry, we went for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Are they doing Dino Riders yet? Motherfuckers. What?
No.
No.
Like,
No.
I don't understand why this is so
There's
hard.
some dinos riding though.
Yeah,
I
actually.
feel so uncomfortable with that.
I mean, there was also
and,
a lot of...
Karina's just said Jonathan Bailey's slutty little glasses pressed to her. Even those slutty little glasses could not save this film.
Next Wednesday, Jill. Hold
cards on the
off
table early.
for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, next week.
Everyone knows my love for wanton dinosaur destruction.
Yep. It's
I'm wanting dinosaur destruction.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean,
still
we'll
want it.
do all that and more next Wednesday. But because we're doing a Wednesday because on Tuesday, what are we doing?
We're gonna watch Soupy Man.
Which is
Very
save us,
excited about
save us,
that.
James Gunn, save us.
I'm just looking forward to Nathan Fillion's bowl cut. More than
who
anything
knows? Who
else.
knows what that's going to be?
Is he playing Guy Gardner?
100%.
How have you missed this, Jill?
I keep seeing Guy Gardner in the trailer, but I didn't realize it was Nathan Fillion.
And when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's actually pretty much perfect for Guy Gardner.
Yeah. And as long as he's a complete dick,
Yep.
that'll be it. He just
Have you
has
seen
to
the
be a dick.
videos where he's using his ring constructs as just big middle fingers? I'm like,
No.
Oh god, I'm gonna like this movie, aren't I?
We'll see how
I'm
we
looking
go.
forward to it, if nothing else, just because there's a whole bunch of fucking crypto.
And then at the end of the month,
currency.
yeah, at the end of the month, don't forget we're doing the movie that's out today on Netflix, which is The Old Guard 2.
Old Guard.
Yes.
There you go. You got your homework, got your stuff there.
Yep,
Um,
plenty
how-
of stuff out there.
Just before we all end up, I just want to get a quick litmus test. How are you all feeling about the Running Man trailer? Ooh.
What's that?
What?
Oh.
Wait.
Yeah, there you go.
I've
Jill?
been doing work
Did
at work, which sucks.
Well,
so
more fool you.
Doing work at home, which sucks too. Ugh.
ew.
You should just have a window open on your computer that you can hide quickly when someone walks past you, with trailers running constantly.
How can I hear them?
One ear pod like thing that's in there.
Ooh, Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
Did you watch the 80s one? Schwarzenegger, Running Man.
Maybe.
He's a convict. He's being chased down by Dynamo and Chain Buzzsaw, and you like it. A bunch of
Yeah, I was
80s
gonna say-
wrestlers are the villains in
Exactly.
it, who are like who have been yassified and have come out and
It's-
try to hunt down Arnold Schwarzenegger. You'll
It's
love it.
very 80s WWF.
Yeah.
like-
Okay.
Animal and Hawk, fucking the Undertaker and all that kind of stuff. But the idea being that, this guy has signed up or has been essentially press ganged into participating in this televised death race.
Yeah.
Where
well,
American gladiators chase you all over the place and try and kill you.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
real.
yeah. And instead of just knock you out, they actually literally cut you in half with a chainsaw. Like,
Cool.
And it's
yeah,
all televised.
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds
So
like my cup
it's-
of tea.
Yeah, it's based on a Richard Bachman book, a la Stephen King.
Yep.
And the original always had a bit of a kind of a darker, more kind of like social commentary thing of like could you imagine where our world's gotten so bad that people
Would
take
do this?
a gig, where they just possibly get hunted down, but if they survive, they get all the money in the world or whatever. And that was before reality TV
Squid
became a
Game?
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like, I love that Stephen King was like, "Oh, this is just reality TV before it
Yeah.
exists."
Funnily enough,
cool.
one little thing, I actually read the book.
You
I watched the
have read
movie
it?
and I read the book, and the book has a much different ending, which is
Oh, yeah.
way fucking darker.
Yeah.
But now Edgar Wright is remaking The Running Man, and it's Glenn Powell, and Glenn Powell has been kind of again press ganged or set up to be in this game, and the game is the same sort of thing, but in this world of the current state, which is constant surveillance, people are around you all the time, everyone has phones, and everyone is playing. Like, they've got some hunters that are trying to kill you, but if you feed the information of the location of the whereabouts of this person to a hunter, you can win money too.
Okay.
So everyone's on the hunt for you, and you just have to survive 36 hours. That's it.
The unfortunate thing is, now looking at the state of America and
Yeah.
ICE and stuff, I'm like, oh shit, it's gotten a little bit fucking close.
I feel like it's we're 6 months away from this actually being a new thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm just worried that people are going to go, oh, let's do that. Let's do that as an actual thing.
But not here. We haven't got there just yet.
No, we're doing okay.
Hey, at the moment, look, in New South Wales, the rain has stopped. It's the cyclone bomb hasn't been too bad, and the sun's out, so everything's great. Peachy keen. Happy days.
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Yeah,
are you guys doing okay? I haven't seen you for a while.
I don't know. You've been where? D&D's?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I do want to give a little bit of a shout out to the wonderful critters of Australia.
So like echidnas and koalas,
drop bears, taipans,
kangaroos.
Kangaroo. But yeah, no, like I went down to Melbourne last week, which is why I couldn't do the show.
And probably where you got
COVID?
Yes, there's a distinct possibility.
Good to know.
That's where I got the road.
Anyone else who went to Melbourne to Rod Laver Arena last week? It's Qu1nny. Qu1nny gave you COVID.
Yep, all 11,000 of you. I'm so sorry. Yeah, but yeah, it was lovely, and another 5-hour show of D&D, which was very entertaining, and Tom Cardy was very, very good. He did both shows very entertaining. Held his own against people who have been doing this for 10 years, and there's nothing quite like seeing 11,000 fucking D&D nerds singing along to a song and shining all their lights. It was like going to a massive music concert, but you watch them do maths on stage. Like, at one point, I'm pretty sure somebody was like adding up their scores, and it's like 11,000 people watching me do maths. This is like every nightmare I've ever had.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, and we saw Tari, who was in the chat before, but I don't think she's there anymore.
Fantastic.
And
you got a Predator and a Tari.
Mm-hmm. Predator in Sydney, Tari in Melbourne. Caught up with some friends, had a lovely time. Generally, it was fucking delightful. And I have been paying for it ever since. I've been so sick.
Excellent.
I've been watching a lot of TV. I watched a weird TV show called Scavenger's Reign, and everybody should check it out. Actually, no, I'm not going to say that. It is the weirdest fucking animated series I've ever watched. And I have a thing called trypophobia, where seeing holes and uneven patterns and stuff like that creeps me the fuck out. This show is just all that. It's just Cronenberg body horror, fucking weird alien mushroom, creepy oddness, but it's really quite cool. Like, very slow burn, very weird. Have you ever seen The Art of Mobius, the French designer?
Yes.
I
know of the Mob.
Yeah, it's like a lot of that. Anyway.
Yeah, right.
And no, I didn't go to the Lego Star Wars exhibition. I'm sorry.
How dare you? You're not one of us anymore, Qu1nny. I'm looking forward to seeing some soccer soon.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
off to see Wrexham.
Have you watched the last of the episodes of this season?
Yes.
I have
cry
not.
again. Yes.
Yes,
I have
one
not.
fucking.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go, and Jill, you're going to get your wrestle on soon?
I am. I got fucking tickets to fucking WWE in October. I'm going to SmackDown. I'm going to Crown Jewel. I'm going to Raw. Fuck yeah.
Nice.
That's so cool. Where's that on? Here in Sydney or?
No, it's at the RAC in Perth.
Oh, they often go to Perth. I don't know why.
Because they have a 3-year contract with WA government.
Oh, I always wondered why. Like,
Yes.
because that's a long fucking way to go.
Yeah.
Yes, but also the WA government has money. And also,
Mhm.
all of the FIFO workers over there probably really do like the wrestling.
Yeah, that's
Let's
true.
Be honest. That's
We're well and truly down for that.
that's creating
Yes.
a stereotype, aren't we? I won't
Very,
go to that.
very excited though. It was a little bit of a Taylor Swift moment trying to get the tickets.
Oh,
But we
Reload.
them. We got them.
Got the
well
tickets.
done.
Yeah, and that's just trying to think what else is coming out this week. Oh, Naked Gun at the end of the month and Fantastic Four. So
Mhm.
Yeah, and our we are definitely keen to try and sort out Fantastic Four.
yeah, we'll see
But,
what happens.
Yeah,
Who knows?
We'll see what happens.
There's currently rumors that Pedro Pascal might even be here for the premiere,
Get the fuck out.
which is making everyone panic. I don't.
So if he's here for the premiere, we probably won't be going to the screening.
No, we won't be able to get within 400 kilometers of the screening because of the screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all of them are coming for it.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
I mean,
we're
you know,
definitely not going to a
Yeah.
screening.
Maybe we will. Who knows? Like, they're just
Oh.
going to do their thing.
Put the request in, but not
Yeah.
us.
Look, who knows?
Predakangas said, Strange New World's coming back at the end of the week, end of the month.
No, I have to resub to Paramount. Fuck.
Yeah, that's it.
Yar.
Also off.
Metal.
That's right. Foundation. Foundation season is coming.
Yep.
I like
enjoying
it. It's
that.
fine.
I know that's your old man sci-fi that you're into.
Oh, leave me alone. We're all fine.
Yeah. As always, there's plenty of stuff coming out. Yeah, Sandman season 2. I feel deeply fucking conflicted about Sandman season 2.
Yeah.
Everyone is, including everyone who made it.
Yeah. Like I'm watching the cast kind of go, hey, I did a lot of work and here it is, and I'd love it if you'd watch it.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I think one of the nicest things about everyone involved with the Sandman season 2 of that they've all gone, oh my god, it would be really lovely if you watch it, but if you can't, we understand.
Yeah.
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 Like, they
Yeah,
have no one is coming out going, oh, it's weird that you won't watch it. They're all like, no, we get it.
We get it.
We
yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
But
But also, I mean, he's also done a fairly significant job of divorcing himself from that production and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing he still makes money off it. So,
It's like a J.K. Rowling thing.
though, like J.K. Rowling's an even bigger piece of shit.
yeah.
Tell you what, though, the plot in Sanctuary Moon on Murderbot's getting interesting.
Oh, shit.
Do you know what? I haven't actually gone back. I have to go back. I only got up to season 6. Episode 6 of the season. So I have to go back and.
Oh, no.
Watch the next
Watch it.
one.
I watched a couple more on the weekend because I was like, yep, let's get it into me while I'm sick. Let's get that into my eyes, even though they sting.
Oh.
Yes, very excited.
Oh,
I also watched
also-
Sinners.
Bizarre twist ending at the end of Squid Game season 3.
Oh, haven't watched that yet.
I'm over Squid Game. It's too commercial.
Um,
I
wow.
fucking cried. It was great. I
Oh.
loved it. Except for the weird last 60 seconds.
Okay.
Much like
I will
28.
tell you after the stream in case anybody in the chat wants to watch it. I don't want to spoil it for
Much
them.
like-
No, I think that's a good idea because it's only just come out.
Much like
and
28 years later, which is like, oh, that was a weird last 3 minutes. Fuck's sake.
But
But Jill's
I'm
going to
fucking
do
glad
this.
that there's a sequel to that coming out straight away.
No, Joey, Jill's going to do this because she's going to go. She hasn't watched any of the 28s yet.
Oh,
So
right.
we're going to make sure she watches all 5 films in a row.
Yeah.
And if she knows all about it, the first one is
I'm in for some homework.
is funny, and then the second one is a big deviation. But we go there; it's fine.
I'm not entirely sure that I'd go that the first one is funny, but there you
Yeah.
go.
Each to their own.
No. 28 days. 28 days later.
Oh,
28 weeks later. 28 years
That's
later.
why I was confused about being 5 films.
That's what I said. He's like, wait, what? And I'm like, oh, no. There's a point to this.
Theon playing the long game of comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Yes. Karina.
Yes, the joke did. I have brain fog, something fierce.
I know. You weren't even here for the podcast. We made those jokes already.
Yeah, I haven't even listened to it yet, and I'm sorry. I will, though, because I do want to hear what you thought of Last of Us Season 2.
How did it stunk?
Stunk?
Yeah. It was
Zero out of
not a
100.
fan.
Right. Interesting news that came out today, though, that Neil Druckmann has dropped off Season 3.
Why?
Very worrying news.
Neil, why?
I don't know, and it's
Neil,
scary.
it's your baby. What?
That's the thing that worries me, because like you look at in the past of when people like key creators have dropped off, and it's usually been because of creative differences. And I'm like, do not fuck with that. Like,
Yeah.
Last of Us Part 2 is very fucking tightly balanced. And if you
that's
fuck up that
wild.
balance, you're gonna make a real piece of shit.
Yeah, I thought like Neil and Craig were like really same page about
Same. Yeah.
story.
Okay, he wants to focus on Naughty Dog projects. Okay, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
But drama.
Yeah.
Mm.
As long as like they go to him with like for input or whatever.
Well, yeah, fuck, I hope so.
Like,
I mean,
as long
maybe
as it's
they've
not,
written
oh,
the
he
scripts and
left
he's like,
because he was conflicting with what they wanted to do or anything like that. It's not.
yeah, maybe he's left because he's like, well, I've done my job.
Yeah,
You've got the
maybe.
scripts. You're fine.
Or maybe he's just like, Craig, I trust you completely. Like, do this.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, anyway.
All right. Thanks everyone. Like, thanks.
Yeah,
thanks for
thank
joining
you.
on.
Thank you
On
for
this weird
everybody
Thursday
joining us.
night. That was
Good
really
fun.
nice to like. Sorry, we threw out your schedule, and it's a bit weird for this
And I'm
month.
sorry I
That's
didn't
okay.
tell you until half an hour before it came out.
That's all right. No, we're all good. We're all here. It's only one more day left. Yeah, remember the week's almost over. It's
Thank
Friday tomorrow,
Fuck.
or one day, if we're going
Yeah.
through this whole.
I'm knocking
M3gan
off
thing.
early tomorrow.
Yeah, Poets
Yeah.
Day.
Poets Day.
Poets Day.
Yeah, I've been having the last, like, I did a full day yesterday and regretted it because I'm still fucking sick.
Yeah.
Like, and today I hit 2:30 and I was like,
Time.
I'm gonna go and lie down for a bit.
Yep.
And then watch M3gan.
Sounds like a good time. All right, everyone. We're gonna go. All right.
Okay, thanks
All right,
everybody.
enjoy your weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.